Hey guys, today's video is a very special one. I'm Smithy and I love talking about eyeshadow palettes, and today we're going to talk about Glaminatrix Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. I have 5 palettes in front of me, not so much I would say from the brand, but I want to rank all according to my liking of the color story. So if you're ready, let's begin. I like some more than the others, but let me tell you, I love the quality of Glaminatrix eyeshadows. They are one of my favorite indie brands that are there in the market, and I absolutely love each and every shade that they create because I feel like their color stories are definitely unique and appeal to me. I love a good grungy muted color story, and neutral tones is like my favorite things on the planet. But yes, so you will see that coming across in the ranking. I do not have a few palettes from them, but these 5 actually would give you a good representation is what I think. I am an affiliate with Glaminatrix Cosmetics. My code is Smithy Sony to save you 10% off, so you can apply that code on anything on their website and you can save 10% off. So without further ado, let's begin. On number 5, it's 5, right? Yeah. On number 5, we have Glaminatrix Cosmetics Pretty in Pastels palette. I love the packaging. I love when they went like smaller pan eyeshadow, and I love the way they put pastels with deeper tones. I feel like that is what actually made me fall in love with this pastel palette. If it was without the deeper tones, this would have been decluttered from my collection for sure, but I love to wear pastel tones with deeper tones, and these are some beautiful tones. I feel like that is why I've kept this in my collection. I'm not a big pastel person at all. As I said, I like a muted grungy color story, and I feel like they have captured very well in this palette. Like we have like very light shimmery tones, we have mid-tone shades which actually are like duochrome shades, and then we have pastel tones, a little bit more grungy version of those pastel tones, and then deeper tones. I feel like the looks that I've created from this palette is absolutely amazing, but this is not the palette that I reach out for on a regular basis. For that reason, I'm putting this on number 5. Another thing that you need to know is all the Glaminatrix palettes are magnetic, so you can mix and match these shades with the other palettes you have from Glaminatrix. I love that. I love that aspect. But yes, on number 5. Also comes with a beautiful mirror. Okay, on number 4, we have Glaminatrix Cosmetics Sugar and Spice palette. When I saw this color story, I felt like this is going to be a neutral palette. But when I opened it, I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. So this palette, it's very beautiful. You have medium row full of like neutral tone shades, then you have pastel tones here, and you have beautiful shimmery multi-chromy kind of shades here, and that is what like brings this palette to another level, I would say. The only gripe for me about this palette is the mid-tone row. I feel like this great. These two are very redundant in my opinion. On my skin tone, I don't see like a use of all 3 shades. I easily could have just taken this and like one of lighter shades. If so, I can do without these also. Like absolutely, I would have put like more like warmer tone shades here just to make it more versatile. But otherwise, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. On a regular basis, I reach out for this shimmery shade, this brownie shade, and this black shade. Beautiful tones. These shimmers like duochromes are just stunning. This looks wet on the eyes, and I love to plop these pastel tones on my inner corners. That's how I wear this, and it's beautiful. Like I have done a dedicated video and I've actually used this palette a ton on my channel. I love the sizing of the palette. I love this size of the palette. Like this is my favorite size of the palette. I've traveled multiple times with this palette, obviously customizing other Glaminatrix shades into this. So that's falling on number 4. On number 3, we have Into the Night palette. This color story is just beautiful. I've absolutely loved the matte shade especially of this palette, and neons are thrown in just for like a pop of color. But if you cover this is such a grungy fall palette in my opinion. I love these tones so very much, and their shimmers out of this world gorgeous. Like this was the palette I feel like the last palette before they started creating like smaller pan eyeshadows, but I mix and match this with my other round pan eyeshadow palettes all the time. So I can easily say, like, except these, like, this is my favorite color story. Like, this is so pretty and grungy. I absolutely love it. So this on number 3. On number 2, I cannot even tell you how much I love my top 2s because they are absolutely my favorites. On number 2, we have the Rich Romantic palette from them. This palette is like me in a palette, like put in together. I love my purples in these multi-chrome shades, these shifty goodness. They are so pretty on the eyes. All these tones, I feel magical and beautiful in these tones. I cannot even tell you how much I love this palette. I use this on like a weekly basis, I would say. This is such a pretty palette. I often travel with these like tones. This is my favorite shade in the palette, and this is magical. This one, stunning. I love this palette. Love this palette with my whole heart. All these shadows have like a green shift to it, but they're purple, which I absolutely love. They are just magical. And these tones of purple, they're very unique in my collection. And this neon orange shade just makes the palette and gives some variety to the palette. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now you've all guessed what is my number 1 palette from them, and you're right, it is the Barely Basic palette. This palette, pure genius creation that they have done. It comes with a mirror too. I feel like I'll be content if I only have this palette for my neutrals. It is such a stunning palette. I have cool tones, I have green murky tones, I have my warm tones, I have my mauvey tones. These shades are so sparkly, so beautiful, shifty, and the addition of the iridescent multi-chromes on the top row just made the palette to a different level. I absolutely love this palette. I love this creation of this palette. Oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you how much I love it. Obviously, I've created this look using this palette and I love the way how this turned out. I have actually recorded this video, which might be coming very soon for you guys. This is beautiful. I absolutely 100% recommend this. Use my code SMITHYSONY to save you 10% off. When it is in stock, grab this baby. And that's all that I have for my Glaminatrix Cosmetics palettes. I absolutely love all these palettes. That's why they are in my collection. Otherwise, it would have been decluttered. I love Glaminatrix Cosmetics with my whole heart. I am a proud affiliate of the brand. I cannot see what they have coming for us in future. But that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post things. I generally upload 3 videos every single week. Every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.